So I just used some kind of way. I asked for permission before I came on this camera.
Yes.
Yes, I asked for permission.
Which is smart.
Yep, and I got a little bit of a plan of how I'm gonna go about doing them. I'm gonna ask him, man, do you have any thoughts about an afterlife, or you believe in the existence of God? Do you have any kind of spiritual background? I don't even know why. I'm just going some type of God question. So I started the conversation by finding common ground. That's with the cards, right? Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna begin to ask some spiritual questions. So A is I'm gonna ask questions, and then I've already kind of made the switch to a normal conversation to the spiritual conversation. Remember that saint on that paper? Mm-hmm. Start the conversation. I ask questions, then I'm gonna initiate the switch. And then I'm gonna nail with the law, and I'm gonna turn to the cross. And I'm gonna use my hands.
Okay.
Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
All right, I'm a little nervous. We're gonna see how it goes. See, remember I told you guys, like, if you never take a chance at this, you never really see God. That's like true. The Spirit of God.
That's true.
So he was already receptive. I know it's out of the comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
So what y'all thinking?
I know it's not a lot, but I bought these just in case somebody wanted something to eat.
There you go.
I know. I was just trying to be proactive.
You thinking ahead. You thinking ahead.
She did say that. She did say
I said,
that.
this is like level 2.
Yeah, it is.
This is level 2 or 3 going to the porch.
It is. It's always a risk, but it's a God call risk. So anytime you have a God call risk, like he shows up. You know what I'm saying?
And he
like,
covers us.
He covers us. Yeah, he covers us. I'm not saying you're not gonna get shot or killed, but what's the worst thing that can happen? You go to heaven?
Right. Right.
Hey, can I give your friends some of these cards that they want for? Hey, I'm just passing the community handing out like flyers and things. You mind if I give you these, or you?
Yeah, what are they?
All right, so I'll show you how to use them. Is that okay if I show you how to use them? All right, so they're just like, you see any difference in them?
The size and color.
All right, watch this.
Yeah, okay.
You mind if I ask you a spiritual question on these?
Sure.
Hey, can I get you in on this too? I'm gonna talk to her too. If you got a second?
Second, yeah.
All right, so you see how easy your eyes just kind of deceived you guys on that? You see how easy you kind of was deceived? Mm-hmm. So here's my spiritual question. Ain't that cool? So one of the easiest ways you can be deceived is one day you stand before God and you think you're on your way to heaven, and you find out when you get there you've been tricked. Like you believe you have some kind of spiritual beliefs at all, Angel?
None.
None? Are you atheist?
I live every day.
Just live every day? How about y'all?
Kind of same.
Kind of same?
I was baptized, but I don't.
You checking them cards out.
I believe he's up there, but that's about as far as it goes for me.
Yeah, but he's up there. Yeah, that's that's an honest answer, because most people don't see the proof. Like they don't really see but I'll prove God exists in like 10 seconds. You ready? All right. So if I just told you that car just created itself, what would you think?
Yeah, no.
Cars don't create themselves. Even though we don't see the person that made the car, we know that the person exists because the car is made. Like when you look at the world, you don't say the world just like made itself. Even though you don't see God, you know that God exists simply because you see creation. You know there's creator. That makes sense? No, it don't make sense?
It don't, because isn't
Okay.
Mother Earth the creator? Isn't she the one that made this earth? I can listen. I believe he is up there, but we can go round and round. And
Okay. Hey, you know what? Okay, let's take a bag of Legos.
Okay.
I'll give you a bag of Legos, and I want you to shake them up for 1,000,000 years.
Yep.
Do you think they can come out to something that we can recognize, like a house or car? You think they can take shape without?
Not by themselves.
Not by themselves. So when you look at Mother Nature, Mother Nature is just not orchestrating itself by itself. It has to be some mind behind it.
Correct.
Simply because it just doesn't fall in order like this. That kind of makes sense. You go with it?
I mean, good point. I can go with it. I mean, I believe he's up there.
Okay.
Do I? I don't have a conversation with him.
All right. Can I show you how to
I've never prayed to him. I have prayed to him.
Yeah.
In my struggle, and
didn't show up.
nothing.
Woo! That's
I
a
did
good.
it myself.
You know, that's what I thought.
No,
All
he
right.
didn't give me the strength either. These children did.
I see what you're saying. All right. Let me ask you a question. When you breathe air, can you see air?
No.
You can't see air, but you're breathing it, even though you can't see
I
it.
can see it in the trees.
Yep, you can see it, right? So even though you don't think that God is giving you life, man, he's giving you life simply because he's the creator of life, and you wouldn't be existing unless he's given some type of like Like, just think about the world.
But who says that?
All right, I'll give you where it
Who
says
said
it.
that?
Good question.
A book that nobody's seen a person write?
You ready for this? You won't believe what I'm about to share with you. You ever heard of what Jesus said?
Through the grapevine. Yeah.
Through the grapevine, you heard of what Jesus said? All right.
My grandma, yeah.
Now watch this. Do you know that he was a real person in the world? He lived
I've heard he was a
real person, right? And did you know that most secular historians, like, they know he was existed as a person? Like, they know it. Like, it's not like he was a fictitious character. He was a real dude. Like, right?
Because people believed in him and what they thought he could do.
That's what they thought
It's all a mindset, and you have to be in that mindset. But I believe he's up there, and that's what as far until my day comes.
Yep.
Then I'll be like, damn, I was wrong.
You was wrong. All right. So I don't want you to be wrong. So I'm gonna just put a rock in your shoe, and I'm gonna tell you what he said. Let me just tell you what he said, because he was a real person. So either Jesus was a liar, or he's just a lunatic,
I don't know. I mean,
or he's really Lord.
know.
It's one of the three. He was.
I'll never really know until I know.
I don't want you to get there and find out, because it may be too late. So I'm gonna give you what he said.
I mean, I don't see it every day. I mean,
You don't?
no.
Ooh, you better than me.
I mean, I didn't say I didn't sin. I just said I try not to do it every day.
All right. Let me give you a quick illustration. Say the word top.
Stop,
Say it 3 times.
stop, stop,
What do you do when you come to a green light?
stop.
A green light?
Okay.
All right. Let me tell you why I say that. Like,
Yeah.
if I can deceive you in like 3 seconds, Satan can deceive you over a lifetime into thinking that God doesn't exist, or that stuff don't work, right? So let me just tell you what he said. If what Jesus said is true, this is what he said. He says, I'm the way to get to heaven. Unless you come through me, like, you're in trouble.
I'm the way to get to heaven.
You think you are?
I am.
All right, let me give you the good person
I'm
test.
the only one that can get there. Nobody can get me there. I can get me there.
All right, let's see. Can I give you the test?
I mean, not right now. I ain't going tomorrow.
Oh, let me give you the good person test.
Okay.
Because would you consider yourself to be a good person?
A decent one.
All right, how about you, Angel? Man, you just straight up.
Mean, you're lying.
I'm being honest.
You straight up. Hey, you straight up though. I love how being straight up.
lying.
So according to whose standard?
My own.
All right, so I want to give you the good person test, and I want to see if you pass it, because either Jesus is lying, he's a lunatic, or he's really who he said he is. All right, so here's a good person test. I'm not judging you. This is for you to judge yourself. This is what he said.
The only one who can judge me is me.
All right, you ready? I'm gonna give you the test. How many lies have you told in your lifetime combined?
I could not count them all.
I can't keep up with mine. How about you, Angel?
48,362.
So the Bible says that makes you a liar, because it only takes one time for you to be considered a liar, and I'm guilty too. Have you ever stolen anything?
Yeah.
You kind of quiet, man. You scaring me, man. You
No, I'm listening.
You just listen. Okay. Okay. So when a person steals, they consider to be a what?
Thief.
All right. Jesus said, if you look at someone with lust, you commit adultery in your heart. Have you ever looked at someone with lust? Yeah. We all have. I have too. Bible said you have.
I don't really have much of an interest in it. But,
Well, you're a lot better than I am then.
I done learned my lesson.
All right.
Okay.
What letter's in the middle of the word sin?
Lie.
So anytime I do what I want to do, who did you just put over God?
Me.
Yeah, that's idolatry. The Bible says you shouldn't have any other gods before me. I'm gonna give you one more. Have you ever used God's name in vain?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, me too. You know what the Bible says that makes you, right? The Bible says that's kind of a form of blasphemy, like almost in some ways denying his existence, by just OMG or. All right, so now you just like the rest of us. You just like I am. So according to God's standard, this is gonna sound bad, but I'm right here in the same boat. You're a liar, thief, an adulterer, a blasphemer, and an idolater. And one day, it can be tonight, it can be 100 years from now, but you got to die and stand before a righteous and a holy God. And if he's right about who he is, the Bible says if you're imperfect, if you sin, you have to. The Bible says he's going to have to punish you, because he's just doing what a good judge does. It's like standing before a judge after killing a bunch of people. If the judge is good, what should he do?
I mean, well, it depends on the crime.
If you murdered a bunch of people?
I mean, you should go to jail.
Yeah. So who killed Jesus? You have any idea?
Be honest, no.
You ready for this?
Be honest, no.
You ready for who killed Jesus?
Himself.
Good, but
Say it again.
Himself.
He did. He laid himself down on the cross. He willingly gave himself. But the reason why he killed is because of us.
he didn't nail himself there, though.
Well, he didn't. He's true. He allowed himself to be nailed. You're right. But you killed Jesus, and I killed Jesus because he went to the cross for our what? So you're guilty. I'm guilty. Like you.
Who asked him to do that though?